I'm making cajons for 2 of my music classes. If you didn't know, the cajon is a Peruvian box drum that you sit on as you play. Here I'm using Baltic birch plywood, but you can use almost anything. Here are some of the parts as they're being glued up. You don't want to be sitting on sharp edges, so corners are routed to round them out. The circle cutter is being set up here to create a hole in the back of the cajon so that it can breathe and resonate when hit. Here's the time-consuming part as we begin to do the finishing sanding, making sure that those corners are smooth. Here are a few partially assembled boxes waiting for the next phase, which will be to add some color for a bit of fun. And some varnish to help protect the work. You can use a brush to do this, but the sprayer is faster. Screws are used to attach the tapas, which is the part that you hit with your hands. This plywood is only 1/8 of an inch thick, so to fasten it with screws allows replacement if it gets damaged. You'll notice that the 2 front corners are not fastened down with screws, so when you hit the corners with your hands, it makes a hard slapping sound like a snare drum. Most cajons have a snare mechanism inside to create that buzzy sound that the snare drum has. In this case, I'm using half of an actual snare. The ones I've built are fixed, not adjustable, which is probably better in a school situation. Here you can see the snares sprung against the back of the tapas, so when it is hit, the snares will vibrate. Now comes the fun part, where we put the back in and it begins to look like something. Here is one complete, but when you get a few, you can't resist doing this, and this, and this. We'll post some performances once we break into high gear. These are easy to make, and if you're on a budget, they can give you a lot of bang for the buck. Feel free to post comments or questions if you wish.